Thank you, Mr. President and members. In order to continue to fund local emergency planning programs for the Diablo Canyon Power Plant, Assembly Bill 361 will extend the sunset date of the Nuclear Planning Assessment Special Account until August 26, 2025. Additionally, it continues to require the California PUC to convene an independent peer review panel to conduct an independent review of enhanced seismic studies and surveys of the Diablo Canyon Nuclear Power Plant until August 26, 2025. Both these items provide peace of mind to those who live near Diablo Canyon, and I respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Members, debate or discussion on this item? Debate or discussion? Seeing and hearing none, is there any objection to using a unanimous roll call? Seeing and hearing none, ayes 40, no 0 on the urgency, ayes 40, no 0 on the measure. The measure passes. Moving on to item 261, Senator Galgiani. Secretary, please read.
Assembly Bill 1230 by Assemblymember Gomez, enacting small business and making an appropriation therefore.
Senator Galgiani.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and members. AB 1230 creates the California Americans with Disabilities Small Business Capital Access Loan Program and provides $10 million from the general fund as seed money for the program. The program would create a loan loss reserve program to help small businesses finance retrofits to existing facilities. The $10 million from the general fund would be used to start the program, and the authority would develop a self-sustaining program with that seed money. AB 1230 helps small businesses avoid predatory litigation that arguably hurts the rights of disabled Californians because small businesses put more money into legal fees than improving their establishment's accessibility. Businesses and consumers have come together to support this bill because it protects the businesses and increases access for disabled Californians. The author has worked closely with State Treasurer John Chung, who is now a sponsor of this measure, to make sure that the intent and implementation of this bill are efficient and effective. I thank you for your aye vote.
Members, debate or discussion on this item? Debate or discussion? Senator Morlock.
Yes, I just have a question for the author.
Senator Galgiani, would you like to take a question? Without objection.
Thank you, Mr. President. Will the interest earned on this program pay for the administrative costs?
I don't know the answer to that.
Okay, so then will the treasurer assume costs of running the program?
The treasurer is the sponsor of this bill, so I assume the answer is
One of
yes.
his just staff will be able to take care of it without any additional costs. Then that was just my concern, just figuring out how we would pay for it. If the interest pays for it, I'm fine.
Either that or the $10 million in the general fund that it's referring to.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you. Thank you to the senator from Stockton. I'm glad I could.
Members, additional debate or discussion on this item? Seeing and hearing none, Secretary, please call the roll.
Allen. Aye. Anderson. Bates. Aye. Bell. Aye. Berryhill. Aye. Block. Aye. Canella. Aye. De Leon. Aye. Fuller. Aye. Gaines. Aye. Galgiani. Aye. Glazer. Aye. Hall. Aye. Hancock. Aye. Hernandez. Aye. Hertzberg. Aye. Hill. Aye. Wesso. Aye. Huff. Aye. Jackson. Aye. Lara. Aye. Leno. Aye. Leva. Aye. Liu. Aye. McGuire. Aye. Mendoza. Aye. Mitchell. Monning. Aye. Morlock. Aye. Morrell. Aye. Wynn. Aye. Nilsson. Aye. Pan. Aye. Pavley. Aye. Roth. Aye. Runner. Aye. Stone. Aye. Vidak. Aye. Wachowski. Wachowski. Aye. Wolk. Wolk, aye.
Call the absent members.
Anderson, aye. Mitchell.
Ayes 39, no 0. The measure passes. Moving on to item 262, Senator Pavley. Secretary, please read.
Assembly Bill 449 by Assemblymember Irwin, enacting to taxation and making
Senator Pavley.
appropriation therefore.
Yes, thank you very much. Members, this is on behalf of Assembly Member Jackie Irwin, and it's complementary to my measure, Senate Bill 324. We've joined these two bills together, and it'll establish the ABLE program. ABLE is an acronym for Achieve a Better Life Experience. It's a 529 college-like program that'll be given to families who have disabled children. The measure has numerous support from the disability community and is also supported by Caltax. Ask for your aye vote.
Members, debate or discussion on this item? Seeing and hearing none, Secretary, please call the roll.
Allen. I. Anderson. I. Bates. I. Bell. I. Berryhill. I. Block. I. Canella. I. DeLeon. I. Fuller. I. Gaines. I. Galgiani. I. Glazer. I. Hall. I. Hancock. I. Hernandez. I. Hertzberg. I. Hill. I. Weso. I. Huff. I. Jackson. I. Lara. I. Leno. I. Leva. I. Liu. I. McGuire. I. Mendoza. I. Mitchell. Monning. I. Morlock. I. Morrell. I. Wynn. I. Nilsson. I. Pan. I. Pavley. I. Roth. I. Runner. Stone. I. Vidak. I. Wachowski. I. Wolk. Wolk, aye.
Call the absent members.
Mitchell. Runner. Runner, aye.
Ayes 39, no 0. The measure passes. Moving on to file item 265, Senator Wolk. Secretary, please read.
Assembly Joint Resolution 27 by Assemblymember Levine relative to the Land and Water Conservation Fund.
Mr. President, AJR 27 urges Congress to reauthorize and fully fund the Land and Water Conservation Fund. Over its 50-year history, California has received over $2 billion in federal funding for critical programs from the LWCF, which has supported some of California's most iconic landscapes, including Lake Tahoe, Central Valley Wetlands, and Point Reyes National Seashore. It has no opposition and has received bipartisan support. I ask for your aye vote.
Members, debate or discussion on this item? Debate or discussion? Seeing and hearing none, Secretary, please call the roll.
Allen. I. Anderson. I. Bates. Bell. I. Berryhill. Block. I. Canella. I. DeLeon. I. Fuller. No. Gaines. Galgiani. I. Glazer. Hall. I. Hancock. I. Hernandez. I. Hertzberg. I. Hill. I. Weso. I. Huff. Jackson. I. Lara. I. Leno. I. Leva. I. Liu. McGuire. I. Mendoza. I. Mitchell. Monning. I. Morlock. No. Morrell. No. Wynn. I. Nilsson. No. Pan. I. Pavley. I. Roth. I. Runner. No. Stone. No. Vidak. Wachowski. I. Wolk. Wolk, aye.
Call the absent members.
Bates. No. Berryhill. Aye. Gaines. Glazer. Aye. Huff. Liu. Aye. Mitchell. Vidak. Aye.
Ayes 30, no 7. The measure passes. Members, we're going to move back to file item 223. Senator Hall. Secretary, please read.
Assembly Bill 989 by Assemblymember Cooper, enacting to juveniles.
Senator Hall.
Yes, Mr. President and Senators, AB 989 would clarify that in cases where a juvenile record has been sealed, if a youth subsequently returned to custody of the juvenile court, probation may access limited information to develop a case plan to address the treatment needs of the minor. AB 989 will assist juveniles on their path to becoming a productive member of the society. There is bipartisan support. Respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Members, debate or discussion on this item? Debate or discussion? Seeing and hearing none, Secretary, please call the roll.
Allen. I. Anderson. I. Bates. I. Bell. I. Berryhill. I. Block. I. Canella. I. DeLeon. I. Fuller. Gaines. Galgiani. Glazer. I. Hall. I. Hancock. I. Hernandez. I. Hertzberg. I. Hill. I. Weso. I. Huff. I. Jackson. I. Lara. I. Leno. I. Leva. I. Liu. I. McGuire. I Mendoza. I Mitchell. Monning. I Morlock. I Morrell. I Wynn. I Nilsson. I Pan. I Pavley. I Roth. I Runner. Stone. I Vidak. I Wachowski. I Wolk. Wolk aye. Gaines aye. Runner aye.
Call the absent members.
Fuller. Galgiani. I Mitchell.
Ayes 38, no 0. The measure passes. Members, we're going to move temporarily to motions and resolutions before we return to Assembly third reading. Senator Jackson.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. Under motions and resolutions, at the request of the author, please move file item number 162, AB 551, Nazarian, to the inactive file.
Without objection. Senator Hertzberg.
Yeah, similarly, at the request of the author, with respect to file item number 106, AB 56, to inactive, please.
Such will be the order. Members, we're going to return to Assembly third reading.
Colleagues, after the hard work by our presiding officer, he has 3 bills that he would like to present. They are file items 208, 236, and 245. We will start with file item 208. Mr. Secretary, please read.
Assembly Bill 101 by Assemblymember Alejo, enacting pupil instruction.
Senator Lara.
Thank you, Madam President and members. AB 101 creates an advisory committee to make recommendations to the state superintendent of an ethnic studies curriculum. This model curriculum will ensure that quality courses in ethnic studies are made available to high schools throughout the state. California has one of the largest and most diverse student populations in the nation, with ethnic minorities accounting for over 71% of the student population. It has been observed that ethnic studies encourages students to become academically engaged, increases their outcomes on academic tests, improves graduation rates, and helps develop a sense of efficacy and personal empowerment. Further, ethnic studies courses increases a student's sense of American identity and what it means to be an American today in such a diverse society. I respectfully ask for I vote.
Thank you, Senator Lara. Debate or discussion on this item? Debate or discussion on this item? Seeing and hearing none, Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Allen. Aye. Anderson. No. Bates. No. Bell. Berryhill. No. Block. Aye. Canella. Aye. De Leon. Aye. Fuller. Gaines. Galgiani. Aye. Glazer. Aye. Hall. Aye. Hancock. Hernandez. Aye. Hertzberg. Aye. Hill. Aye. Hueso. Aye. Huff. Aye. Jackson.
Aye.
Aye. Lara. Aye. Leno. Aye. Leva. Aye. Liu. Aye. McGuire. Aye. Mendoza. Aye. Mitchell. Monning. Aye. Morlock. No. Morrell. No. Wynn. Aye. Nilsson. No. Pan. Aye. Pavley. Aye. Roth. Aye. Runner. No. Stone. No. Vidak. Aye. Wachowski. Aye. Wolk. Wolk aye.
Please call the absent members.
Bell. Aye. Fuller. No. Gaines. No. Hancock. Aye. Mitchell.
Ayes 29, noes 10. The measure passes. File item 236. File item 236. Mr. Secretary, please read.
Assembly Bill 1075 by Assemblymember Alejo, enacting to hazardous waste.
Senator Lara.
Thank you, Madam President and members. AB 1075 is part of the legislature's overall efforts to reform the state's hazardous waste programs at the Department of Toxic Substance Control, DTSC. This bill provides that 3 or more serious violations during a 5-year period results in a clear obligation of DTSC to revoke a permit. With amendments approved on this floor, business groups, including the Chamber of Commerce, have removed their opposition to this bill. The people living around the Exide facility in my district have suffered for decades from toxic exposure. Even after repeated violations, this facility kept operating. Recently, the hazardous waste facilities closed only because of actions of the U.S. Attorney and federal EPA. The legislature has the obligation to see that the permitting process is fair to neighbors as well as business operators. Multiple serious violations warrant strong action, and AB 1075 creates a bright line for regulatory action. I respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Thank you, Senator Lara. Debate or discussion on this item? Senator Nielsen.
Madam President, ladies and gentlemen, this is just a cautionary note because I do know how agencies work. And here we are endorsing a 3 strikes. Well, that may be well for polluters, but how about 3 strikes for criminals? I mean, other criminals. We're seeming to get a little bit soft on that, but that is not really my major point. Agencies of government can easily file complaints. And sometimes they are in a punitive way, not punitive to get even with them after it's been adjudicated, but the fact that they're wanting to hassle some different company. I'm not accusing that in any particular situations, but I'm generally very well aware of this kind of heavy-handedness that does occur. And this kind of a provision gives them a little bit of an opening for that. I'm not arguing against it, but I just want to put that cautionary note on the record.
Thank you, Senator Nielsen. Any further debate or discussion? Seeing and hearing none, Senator Lara, you may close.
Thank you. I respectfully ask for your aye vote.
All debate having ceased, Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Allen. Aye. Anderson. No. Bates. No. Bell. Aye. Berryhill. No. Block. Aye. Cannella. No. De Leon. Aye. Fuller. Gaines. No. Gaggioni. No. Glazer. Hall. Aye. Hancock. Aye. Hernandez. Aye. Hertzberg. Aye. Hill. Aye. Wisso. Aye. Huff. No. Jackson.
Aye.
Aye. Latta. Aye. Leno. Aye. Leva. Aye. Liu. Aye. McGuire. Aye. Mendoza. Mitchell. Monning. Aye. Morlock. No. Morrell. No. Wynn. No. Nielsen. No. Pan. Aye. Pavley. Aye. Roth. Runner. No. Stone. No. Vidak. No. Wykowski. Wolk. Wolk, aye.
Please call the absent members.
Glazer, aye. Roth, aye. Fuller. Mendoza. Aye. Mitchell. Wykowski. Aye.
Ayes 24, noes 14. The measure passes. File item 245, and then we will go to file item 264 with Senator Leyva managing that bill. File item 245, Senator Lara. Mr. Secretary, please read.
Assembly Bill 1012 by Assemblymember Jones Sawyer, enacting new pupil instruction.
Senator Lara.
Thank you, Madam President. Members, AB 1012 will prohibit school districts from assigning any pupil to a course period without educational content. Homeroom is not supposed to mean you're actually sent home, but that is exactly what was happening today in classrooms across the state. In my own district at Jefferson High School, students were unable to enroll in courses needed to graduate on time and attend college for months. Students were sent home for so-called home periods. Other pupils were warehoused in content-less, bogus, non-credit classes where nothing was being taught or learned. Students are being deprived of the right to equal educational opportunities. Members, we talk about the dearth of people and students of color at the UC. Actions like this only exacerbate the problem. AB 1012 would prohibit such practices. I respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Thank you, Senator Lara. Is there any debate or discussion on this item? Any debate or discussion? Seeing and hearing none, is there any objection to substituting a unanimous roll call? Seeing and hearing none, ayes 39, no 0. The measure passes. Senator Leyva, do you wish to take up file item 264? Mr. Secretary, please read.
Assembly Concurrent Resolution 97 by Assemblymember Bonilla relative to medicine.
Senator Leyva.
Thank you, Madam President. Good afternoon, colleagues. I rise today to present ACR 97. This resolution encourages California's public and private medical training institutions to provide equal access for osteopathic and allopathic medical students. Both MDs and DOs are trained and licensed physicians and are needed to fill a critical medical shortage in rural and other underserved areas in California. ACR 97 urges both private and public medical training institutions to provide equal access to DO and MD students applying to training programs, while still maintaining the integrity and competitiveness of their application process. I respectfully ask for an aye vote.
Debate or discussion on this item? Is there any debate or discussion? Seeing and hearing none, Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Allen, Anderson, Bates, aye. Bell, Berryhill, Block, Berryhill, aye. Block, aye. Canella, aye. De Leon, aye. Fuller, aye. Gaines, aye. Galgiani, aye. Glazer, aye. Hall, aye. Hancock, aye. Hernandez, aye. Hertzberg, aye. Hill, aye. Hueso, aye. Huff, aye. Jackson, aye. Lara, Leno, aye. Leyva, aye. Liu, aye. McGuire, aye. Mendoza, aye. Mitchell, Monning, aye. Morlock, aye. Morrell, aye. Wynn, aye. Nilsson, aye. Pan, aye. Pavley, aye. Roth, aye. Runner, aye. Stone, aye. Vidak, aye. Wachowski, aye. Wolk. Wolk, aye. Allen, aye. Anderson, aye. Bell, aye. Lotta, aye.
Mr. Secretary, please oh, no, never mind. They all took care of that. 39-0, the measure passes. At this time, the regular session will stand in recess and the first extraordinary session will be convened. The prayer and the pledge will be deemed complete. Assembly third reading file. There is one item. Mr. Secretary, please read.
Assembly Bill 3 by Assemblymember Frazier and Acting to Transportation.
Is there anyone taking up this item? Senator Bell? We'll wait for you. Okay. Mr. Secretary, please read.
Assembly Bill 3 by Assemblymember Frazier and Acting to Transportation.
Senator Bell.
Madam President and members, this bill is a spot bill which we are returning to the Assembly for potential use in a conference committee. There has been no decision on whether to create such a committee, but moving the bill preserves that option. I urge an aye vote on this bill.
Is there any debate or discussion on this item? Is there any debate or discussion? Seeing and hearing none, Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Allen, aye. Anderson, no. Bates, no. Bell, aye. Berryhill, no. Block, aye. Canella, De Leon, aye. Fuller, no. Gaines, no. Galgiani, Glazer, aye. Hall, aye. Hancock, aye. Hernandez, aye. Hertzberg, aye. Hill, Hueso, aye. Huff, no. Jackson, aye. Lara, aye. Leno, aye. Leyva, aye. Liu, aye. McGuire, aye. Mendoza, aye. Mitchell, Monning, aye. Morlock, no. Morrell, no. Wynn, no. Nilsson, no. Pan, aye. Pavley, aye. Roth, aye. Runner, no. Stone, no. Vidak, no. Wachowski, aye. Wolk. Wolk, aye.
Please call the absent members.
Canella, no. Galgiani, Hill, aye. Mitchell.
Ayes 24, noes 14. That measure passes. Is there any other business to conduct in the first extraordinary session? Seeing none, at this time, the first extraordinary session will stand in recess, and the second extraordinary session will be convened. The prayer and the pledge will be deemed complete. Assembly third reading file, there is one item. Mr. Secretary, please read. All right, that's all right.
Assembly Bill 1 by Assemblymember Bonta, an act relating to social services.
Is there a floor manager on this bill? Senator Hernandez? Pass. Pass on file. Is there any other or any further business in the second extraordinary session? Seeing none, at this time, the second extraordinary session will stand in recess, and the regular session will be reconvened. At this time, are there any bills that were on the file that anyone wishes to take up at this time? Seeing none. Under motions and resolutions, without objection, Senate Rule 29.3B will be suspended for amendments from Budget Committee. Is there objection? Seeing none, that will be the orders. Senator Galgiani, for what purpose?
Under motions and resolutions?
Without objection.
I'd like to request that we move item number 211, AB 1142, by Assemblymember Adam Gray to the inactive file.
So noted. Anything else under motions and resolutions? Senator Bell.
Purpose of announcement.
For purposes of announcement, Senator Bell.
The Senate special session, Senate Transportation Infrastructure Development Committee will meet immediately upon adjournment in room 4203.
Anything else under motions and resolutions? Colleagues, we have one item that is on call. We will lift the call on file item 188. File item 188. Mr. Secretary, please call the absent members.
Anderson, Bates, Berryhill, Cannella, Fuller, Huff, Morlock, Wynn, Runner, Vidak. Runner, no.
Ayes 26, noes 5. The measure fails. Without objection, the author, the motion is a motion to reconsider. Is there any objection? Reconsideration is granted. Ayes 39, noes 0. Senator Hernandez, for what purpose?
Purpose of announcements.
Without objection.
Tomorrow, Health is meeting at 9 a.m. in room 112.
Health Committee, room 112, tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Are there any other announcements or motions or resolutions? Seeing and hearing none, if there is no other business, Senator De Leon, the desk is clear. Senator De Leon.
Thank you very much, Madam President. Colleagues, we did approximately 76 bills today. We will convene tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. sharp. We will provide lunch and expect to work into the early evening hours as well. So maybe approximately 6 or 7 p.m. We will be working a little late tomorrow night, and look forward to seeing you, if not tonight, tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Senator De Leon. The Senate will be adjourned. We will reconvene Wednesday morning at 10 a.m.